My name's Lisa. I'm a foster and kinship care caseworker with Anglicare Southern Queensland. Foster and kinship carers are volunteers from the community who take children into their home who have been removed from their families. In my role, we support foster and kinship carers to do that through home visits. We give emotional support and also education around trauma and the effects of trauma on kids in out-of-home care. And we process paperwork and cover the administrative side of being a carer, so keeping them current in their carer status. We have single carers, same-sex couples and blended families all caring at the moment. Foster carers basically can come from any walk of life, so we don't discriminate around age or race or socioeconomic status. Foster carers don't need to be rich, which is often a question that we get. We would love people from the community to give us a call at Anglicare and let us know that they're interested in becoming foster carers. From there we'll invite them to an information session that we usually hold on weeknights here at our office. Otherwise we can talk to them a little bit over the phone about that process. If they decide after the information session that they still want to become foster carers, we'll invite them to our quality care training, which is a number of modules just around the very basics of being a foster carer. So it introduces them to working with the Department of Child Safety, what we as the support agency do for them when they do become carers. We also talk a little bit about the stolen generation and experiences of children who are in out-of-home care, so that they can really get an understanding as to what it is they'll be dealing with when they provide care for kids who have been removed from their families. Caseworker from Anglicare will usually do the assessment. Once they've written their recommendations and submitted it, then there's a little bit of a waiting game for that to be approved. The assessment and approval process depends a lot on the carer's individual circumstances and their availability, so it can be anywhere from 6 weeks to a number of months. All foster carers need to pass a police check and to be eligible for a blue card. The types of care that a foster carer can provide is up to the individual carer and their family. So we have respite care and emergency or primary caring, which respite care is where they might put their hand up to look after a child for a couple of days or a weekend if that child's primary carer has gone away or has fallen ill and can't care for that child at the time. Primary care is somebody who puts their hand up to care for a child essentially for the whole length of their time in out-of-home care. So that could be a couple of weeks, it could be a few months, or it could potentially be until that child reaches 18 years old. Emergency and after-hours care is care that's provided for kids at very short notice. So it might be if a child has been removed from their family after 5 p.m. and they need somewhere for that child to stay immediately. If you've put your hand up to be an emergency or after hours carer, then it means we can give you a call after hours and ask that you take that child right now. We provide training and education for our foster and kinship carers. We also have a mentoring and counselling through Anglicare. Foster and kinship carers do receive a fortnightly allowance to help with some of the costs that are included in caring for an extra person in your home. Anglicare are a support agency for the foster and kinship carer, so ideally we'll stay with that one foster carer regardless of which children are in their home and for the length of time, whatever that is that they are providing care for children in out-of-home care. Foster carers who work full-time or part-time are still eligible to be foster carers. We do look for carers who have enough time to devote to caring for a child, and it's also up to them as the carer to decide what works for them and their family. So if you are working full-time, then possibly being a respite carer is more suited to your circumstances. Our goal is to register 200 foster and kinship carers in 2016. Can you shine a light on a young life? Contact Anglicare Southern Queensland today on 1300 610 610 to find out more on how you can begin your journey to brighten a young life.